Welcome to Comics from the Future. This is our weekly Friday show where we preview all the awesome upcoming covers and comics coming out, and you can pre-order your copies now. You don't have to wait. And you can guarantee your order, and you can get as many as you want. You don't have to be the unfortunate soul who sees it sold off the shelf. You can get it now and guarantee your copy.
That's right. You can learn about comics when the order is still open. A lot of people don't do that, and then they try to order it late, and you just can't get it at that
Remember
point.
back in the days where you walk into the soda shop and you look on the spinner rack and you're like, oh, there's the newest
No,
Captain America punching Hitler again or something like that.
I don't remember.
You're
that.
so surprised. Well, finally, you can know about that beforehand and make sure you don't miss it.
This is the internet's future version of that.
Yeah,
So luckily, there's no future Hitler we have to talk about
that's
yet.
true.
Okay, so let's get started.
First off, we have, which I think is funny, there's two of these kind of ideas this week, anniversary issues, and this one is celebrating Chris Claremont, one of the most definitive writers in comics history. I mean, when you think of the X-Men, you think of Chris Claremont's X-Men, like
Yep.
Giant Size X-Men, that whole run. So he's been doing this for 5 decades. And this is celebrating that. And how do you celebrate someone? You put them to work. And so he is writing this. It's a little extra side issue, but it's only $4.99. It's not like it's a huge thing. And it's actually an original story where Danny Moonstone goes on a trip through time and space and pretty much meets all of Claremont's creations. So he gets to write all of his characters again in one book. So I think it's going to be really fun, especially if you're a fan of Claremont. He hasn't really had too much come out in recent years, but
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. They're doing an anniversary issue in honor of him, and it's like, who best to write your anniversary issue? Yourself.
yeah, go ahead.
Celebrate yourself. It's like a master chef and being like, we'll pay for it, but you bake your own cake.
Yeah, because you'll do it best. There are a few variant covers, so this one we do not have. It was not up to the last second, still wasn't up, but this is the Laraz variant, and then we have the Todd Knock variant.
Neat.
Okay, so also from Marvel, we have King in Black, the Immortal Hulk. So this is a one-shot comic, and even though you see Green Hulk on it, it actually is going to be a story about Joe Fixit Hulk, who is the Gray Hulk. He's the side of Bruce Banner that kind of takes care of problems that Banner doesn't want to deal with.
He's a mobster too.
He is. He's kind of a mobster. Well, he's very clever. He's very shrewd, and that's why he's Joe Fixit. He gets things done. Well, I don't know how this happened, but this is a story from the past where the Hulk ended up on the symbiote planet and has to fight an entire planet of symbiotes. So I think that sounds really cool. One thing about it, though, that I don't think a lot of people know, and that's why we do this show, it is going to be a completely silent issue, meaning there is no text. Think G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes issue.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's nothing to be said when Joe Fixit lands and the symbiotes just want to kill him.
If there's no atmosphere, then you can't even hear it anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, so don't want anyone to be surprised by that, because I was when I looked into this heavily, and yeah, it's a completely silent issue. There is also a B cover by Joe Bennett, but they did not have that ready yet. So if you want all the covers, let us know, because we have to order based on what we see people interested in, and not having a cover to show you, it's a little tough. So this is a regular cover. The Joe Bennett one, you'll just have to imagine.
Okay, so Black Cat #1, and I know we've got some people who are going to say, I want to be on King in Black Everything. Well, this is technically part of the King in Black Everything situation, so let us know if you don't want this, or if you
King in Black situation.
if you extra do want it. Alright, so basically in this ongoing series, this seems to be an ongoing series, not just a mini-series, Null's attack has interrupted Black Cat's most recent heist, and she can't handle that. It's not okay. So she determines to steal something from him, and something that might jeopardize the Earth's hope for survival. So that's sort of the premise of this. But we also, in this first issue, are told we're going to have appearances from Captain America, Doctor Strange, the X-Men, So there's apparently a lot going to be going on in this
Wow.
first issue. So, like I said, part of the King in Black situation and a new ongoing series, Black Cat #1. This is the A cover. Then we have the Clark Nullified variant. And then we have the Villa variant, the Knock Headshot variant,
Or
and
decapitated variant, as I see it.
I always saw it as she had a big collar with spider webs on it.
Yeah.
Like it goes
Okay,
out. It's
well.
it
like
takes a second.
it's like a Queen
I'm,
Elizabeth.
I'm still with Halloween. I think or something.
All right, and lastly, the Scotty Young variant.
So she decapitated Spider-Man.
There you go.
So.
See that?
Okay,
Wow,
it
knocked
worked
the
out.
stuffing out of him, literally.
Next up, we have another anniversary. And it's another 50-year anniversary since Conan started in comics at Marvel Comics. Went away for a little while, rode the dark horse. Now he's back. So they are doing king size Conan. I'm really excited about this. This is a $6.99 issue. But the kind of selling points that they're really talking up are Roy Thomas, the original writer of Conan for Marvel, is doing a prequel story to issue 1. So it's going to lead right up to the events of issue 1 of Conan from 50 years ago, from the classic writer. And also, another one I'm really excited about is Kevin Eastman is writing and drawing his first Marvel story ever and doing a Conan story.
Wow.
So I think that's going to be super, super cool to see Kevin Eastman do.
I didn't know
Some
that.
Conan.
That's a much bigger deal than I thought.
Yeah. Along with that, there's a story by Kurt Busiek. There's a lot in this extra-sized issue. And it's got some cool covers, too.
Do I detect a possible Conan Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover
I
someday?
sure hope so. Of course, we've got
Whoa.
the...
Talk about a headshot variant.
Yeah, I mean, if you see Conan that close up, you're dead. Like, that's the last thing you see. So this is the Todd Knock headshot variant. And then we have the Carlos Pacheco variant.
Okay, so let's talk DC for a little bit. This is Teen Titans Endless Winter one-shot. So this is not a part of the regular Teen Titans series. So if you've not been reading that, that's okay. You can read this one. It is just about Endless Winter and such. So the Teen Titans team, I've been reading that book since the new team took over. I think they're really interesting. They got some really cool new characters, Crush and Roundhouse. They had a Dijin for a little while. Anyhow, they go on sort of a team building exercise led by some former Teen Titan members, namely Donna Troy and Beast Boy.
Cool.
Yeah, so we haven't seen them pop up hanging out with the Titans in a long time, especially not this new team. And apparently the exercise has something to do with going into really crowded downtown Manhattan and trying to do shopping.
Oh.
So I think it's going to be a little humorous, a little whimsical. At the same time, apparently they come upon a new powerful teenager whose powers are triggered by the extreme cold of winter. And it kind of hints, is it going to be a new hero? Is it going to be a new villain? In any case, it's a first appearance, for sure.
Yeah.
They didn't name it. They didn't say what the powers are, but I'm going to grab an issue or two just for that fact. Then, I mean, there's a lot going on in this one shot. There's a story from the past about Black Adam taking on the Frost King. And so I don't think it has anything to do with Teen Titans.
No, but we know Black Adam is a very important character in this story because it goes way back to his past in Kandak.
So that is the deal with this Teen Titans Endless Winter one-shot. There is also the Simone DeMeo variant.
Really nice.
Okay, and now we have Batman 105. This is the conclusion of this latest story arc in which Batman and Ghostmaker finish their bloody battle. If you've not been reading it, this is the time to. We have plenty of the back issues in stock, but also this is the end before a new story arc. So who will win? Who will take Gotham City? Or will something completely different happen? No spoilers.
Clown Hunter wins. That's why he's on the cover. He beats them both.
If people have not been reading this, they will have no idea what you're talking
You
about.
just sound like you're babbling nonsense.
Well, they heard it here first.
Go
I
ahead.
was just going to say, I read this issue. A very surprising ending to it, for sure. So I think it's going to be, people are going to talk about it for sure.
All right, and yes, this is the B cover, the Francisco Matina cardstock variant.
And Andy told me the end, and I'm not going to reveal anything, but I will say I've been telling everyone from the beginning to gather up those Ghostmaker first appearances.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say.
Next, we're going to talk about other number ones, some cool covers, and to kick that off, we have Lock and Key Sandman crossover. So this is called Hell and Gone. This is number 0, so this is not, I mean, it sounds dumb to say this is not issue 1, but this is not the issue 1 of the series. This actually collects 2 one-shot, or 2 single-issue stories, one from Sandman 22, and one from Lock and Key Golden Age number 1, that are to reintroduce you to these worlds to get ready for the next month's crossover with Lock and Key and Sandman.
That's just a crossover waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it talks about getting like the Dream Key and all that. Like, sets up really cool for what's going to happen.
All right, then we have King in Black number 2. Yes, I know you haven't got to read number 1 yet. Sometimes they put out the number 2s on FOC before you even get to read the number 1. So this is honestly a lot of reason why we started the show, because it's really difficult to gauge these numbers. But this is King in Black number 2. We're going to show you some variants. If you haven't yet added yourself to the series, now's the time before they start to sell out. So this is the A cover. Then we have the Betterman tattoo variant.
Marvel's just daring people
They're
to get tattoos.
continuing with these tattoos. If you get one of these tattoos, you need to send it to us. All right. Then we have the Schlavely spoiler variant. Now, this isn't a mistake. They're just not putting this out yet, because to do so would spoil things for you. So, yeah, no spoilers here, but if you want it, get it. That's the Schlavely variant. And then lastly, we have the U connecting variant. Not final art, as you see there. They're probably going to add some colors.
Probably some color.
That'll change it.
All right, and Symbiote Spider-Man number 2 is also up for order. Once again, this isn't out yet, but we just want everybody who wants to pre-order it to have a chance to see the cover and to just go ahead and let us know. It also has a B cover variant by Shalvey.
Next, we have Captain America.
Nullified.
We're going to talk about a couple of the nullified variants. There's quite a few this month. Starting with Captain America Nullified, which is really cool. This is for issue 26.
So, there's flag burning. I think this is just a burning flag. I don't think the flag's actually burning. I think it just has fire.
I think it's that extreme.
It's so cool, yeah.
Then we have the Fantastic Four 27, the Juan Ferreira Nullified variant. And of course, what is one of our shows without a Peach Momoko cover for Spider-Woman number 7?
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah. That looks like almost be a new character, like a new Madam Web or something.
Yeah.
And then this one, super creepy. This is for Iron Man number 4, the Raposa Nullified variant. And not nullified, but just adorable.
Legofied.
We have the Ron Lim. Ron Lim, who, I mean, legitimate awesome artist, is drawing a Lego variant for Iron Man. Because why not?
This is the first Lego variant. I assume Marvel's doing more. I haven't heard word, but usually once they do something like this, like with Fortnite, they'll do more.
Mm-hmm.
So Lego fans, don't sleep. Definitely order this one. There'll probably be a whole bunch more, and it's really fun when you have a whole set of something like that.
I want a Lego Conan, where he's like chopping off a Lego head or something.
That's cool.
Okay, Darth Vader number 8. There's a reason we're highlighting this issue, and that's because Darth Vader number 7 had a first appearance. And Andy,
Two first appearances.
Tell me more about this.
So the last issue had the full first appearance of the Sith assassin, and that weird spider guy on the cover. That's the Eye of Webbish Bog, a character from a deleted scene from The Rise of Skywalker. Really cool that now he's getting his chance to shine. So I think this is really going to explore that character. That, who knows, if you watch The Mandalorian, crazy characters show up. So could be one of the first appearances
Yeah,
of this
you
character.
told me about this character before I read the last issue, and I have to say, the last issue, it appeared pretty much last frame.
Yeah,
So that would have been first cameo. This will be its first full
yeah,
appearance.
yeah. I believe even Key Collector says something about the last issue was
Mhm.
cameo, and this will be first full.
I need to know what's up with that weird head that thing rides on. I never thought I'd see a creepy spider and go, but yeah, what's the thing it's on?
I don't care about the spider. What's the big lava
Yeah.
head?
And exclusive for you guys who watch the show, I'm pretty sure we somehow have some issue number 7s of Star Wars Darth Vader left. So if you want to get some, let me know, or get one just to pick up on it. I'm pretty sure we still have some. So
Yeah.
heads up.
All right, this is Aquaman number 66. This is the Ivanov Endless Winter variant.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yep.
No, this is the Justice League 58, the Jen Bartel Endless Winter variant with everyone in their snow clothes. Really cool.
And then Catwoman number 28. Oh, it's too small for me to see from here. What exactly is going on? Looks like she's suspending downward. But this is the Jenny Frizen cover.
She's pulling a Mission
That's
Impossible,
what's
just
imagine.
with,
You can hear the music right now.
more style and a more form-fitting outfit than Tom Cruise was wearing. Okay, so this is Superman number 28. This is the A cover. Andy was pointing out he really liked this one.
Yeah.
I was saying Superman kind of has a Spawn cape going on, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen anybody
But
do
this
that.
is
with
also
him.
Brian McElbendis' last issue of
That's right.
Superman, which makes it kind of a big deal. When he started, it was a huge thing. He got a double-page spread in like every DC
I
comic that said
remember
Bendis is coming. So it'll be interesting to see if this kind of maybe nods towards where he's going to go next, or how are you going to wrap this up? Because we don't know what's coming after this. We looked up for a while to see, is this the last issue of Superman?
Yes.
Is it? Are they going to renumber it?
I was about to say the same thing. I think this is the last issue.
Right. Yeah.
But we couldn't find confirmation anywhere. We looked all over the place. Somebody else is definitely going to take over Superman, but we think they're going to start a number one after Future State. So I think this is the last issue, and with last issues, sometimes important things happen. Here is the B cover by Cal Wynn, a really good up-and-coming artist.
I think it's Kel New.
Cal New, yeah. Cal New. We had the luck
punchline
of getting a punchline variant cover by Cal New. So here is his version of Superman.
Next, we have a really interesting new Image title, Homesick Pilots. This is from some of the same creators of Coffin Bound, some other big Image series. But this one, when you read the description of it, is pretty crazy because it's summer 1994 as a lead singer of a punk rock band rides a haunted house across California.
Cool.
Yep. And there's actually some preview pages on there. You can see that house is moving. It may even be shooting an energy beam out of the top of it. It is described as Power Rangers meets The Shining.
I remember reading that description.
Which, everyone has always imagined that. Clearly, when you watch The Shining, you go, but what if the Red Ranger was here?
Yep.
What would he be doing? So it sounds really interesting, really crazy. It's one of those plots you go, I have to read the first one just to see how all these pieces come together.
Image has really been pushing this too. They obviously believe in it. I've been seeing a lot of advertisements for it, so that's cool.
Then there is the concert poster variant. So I don't know if Homesick Pilots is maybe the name of the band or what, but
it sounds like a band name.
It does sound like a band name.
Yeah.
And then we have the cover C, the Danny variant.
All right, so this is a Postal one-shot from Top Cow. If you guys were into the original series, this is just a one-shot sort of follow-up about the sheriff maintaining order in a town full of criminals. So just a $3.99 one-shot from that series.
This is Savage Dragon number 253, the second print. They released the first print before the count was done, and that's gone up in value for obvious reasons. And now they're doing a second print. So if you missed that, here is your chance to get it. And of course, they've changed what he's saying on the front of it as well.
Oh, it's too small for me to see, but cool.
Yep.
Then we have Vox Machina Origins. This is issue.
Number 1. It's
Oh, it's
the
in
third. It's like
number
the
1.
third series.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So everyone who's been reading that will definitely want to pick up this new one.
That's quite a cover.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody had
how
to
more
say it.
black could it be?
And
Yeah.
we do have Vox Machina Origins trade paperbacks, volume 1 and 2, and get that. And get
Come
the
on, Major
new
Claire.
series.
Cast light spell. It's too dark on that cover.
All right, here we have Norse mythology, Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology, number 3. This is the David Mack cover.
This is Red Sonja, Price of Blood, number 1. This is a Linsner cover. There are many other really cool ones. We always, instead of showing every single one, we pick one out we like. But, tastes differ. So if you want to see the rest, go to Previews World and check them out.
It's a big deal too because it was a really big writer early on in Red Sonja's career, her comic career, and a fan favorite artist from the Gail Simone run of Red Sonja.
That is true.
Next we have Vampirella, number 16, the Peach Momoko
I was going to say, I
cover.
can't guess what artist did that.
Really nice.
Yeah, her style.
Yeah,
It stands out.
I like the little
it a lot.
curly.
Yeah, this is Vampirella Dark Powers. Did you read about this?
Yeah,
Somebody just ordered this before, so I read a little bit about it.
it's so Vampirella gets recruited by a superhero team to go into space and be like part of their Justice League. I think next month we'll be talking about there is also a Red Sonja where she gets recruited to be part of this. So it's like they're building out a Dynamite Justice League.
Interesting.
So-
And I remember this one also has a lot of really good covers.
There's a Yoon cover. There's
Yeah.
some really nice ones.
So we have a
Yeah.
lot of Vampirella, the ongoing series. It's a little deep into the series, so it's cool if you just want to read about the character. Here's your chance to get on a new series. Find out what happens when you ask a vampire to save the universe.
This is Archie's Christmas Spectacular. Every year they do an Archie around Christmas. If you want something a little lighter, a little familiar, here it is. So available for just $2.99. Keeping that price down too.
Next is the Sumerian, the Frost Giant's Daughter. I'm really excited about this one. For one, that's a Peach Momoko cover. But there's also a lot of really, really nice covers on here. Some, maybe not the safest to show on YouTube. Just a little spicy. But this is one of the best Conan stories, Frost Giant's Daughter. So yeah, super cool.
All right, this is bite-sized number 1. I didn't know what this was before, but telling by the font, bite-sized.
I read about it. So these kids on Christmas Day get 2 little robots. And what they don't know is their neighborhood then becomes the kind of front for the AI
Robot Revolution.
robot revolution from this sleepy town on Christmas, which I thought, man, this sounds like a Chris Columbus movie.
Did you read about this one, Jason? Piecemeal?
It is just a one shot.
It's by Colin Bunn. Yeah, it's about
Mhm.
some teens who enter a haunted house, and so we don't have enough horror stuff leading into Christmas. So yeah, it seems like a pretty just like campy slasher haunted house from Colin Bunn.
And it's in prestige format,
Mhm.
so.
So let's
that's
see. The
pretty
price
cool.
on that is $7, so it'll be a little bit bigger. But yeah, Colin Bunn, awesome horror writer. So definitely check that out.
All right, so this is Wonder Woman in the 50s. It is a $34.99 trade paperback about a bunch of it's a bunch of Wonder Woman stories from the 50s.
Yeah, that have never been printed before is what they said, or are very hard to find to read.
Interesting.
With it's cool they chose a Jenny Frison
Yeah, I love it.
variant. She was definitely sort of channeling that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I updated a little bit.
Next, we have Taskmaster number 2. Now, this is when we talk about trades and number 2s and other series that maybe you read the first one you really liked, and you just need a little reminder that, hey, I want to keep reading that. I need to tell them to put that on my list. So, yeah, this is Taskmaster number 2. Just got number 1 this week.
Who's that who's got him by the throat?
That's Hyperion.
I thought that was
The-
Hyperion. I haven't seen him in anything in a minute.
Yeah, love that character, kind of the Marvel version of Superman.
Yeah.
Next up is U.S. Agent number 2. See, this is the nice time where they tell us you got the number 1, you got to read it probably, and now's your chance, if you liked it, to get number 2. This is the A cover, and then we have the Panosian variant.
This is Wolverine Black, White, and Blood number 2. The number 1 was awesome. I think pretty much anybody who wanted just a cool Wolverine story that, forget the rest of the X-Men, forget all the high-minded Hickman stuff for just a minute. Let's just do a cool Wolverine story. I mean, I think this was just sort of a breath
Nobody
of
who
fresh air.
read it around here was disappointed.
Yeah,
so.
I hand sold it to people just by showing them the 2-page spread of Wolverine fighting the Wendigo. I was like, look at this, and they're like, I'll get it.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I've been reading Wolverine since I was a kid, and this cover is awesome. I mean, he's got the bullet wounds. They're bleeding, but he's going to be all right. They're going to pop out like they did later in the movies and all. So, yeah.
Next, we have Marvel number 3 of 6. You get these awesome Alex Ross covers. It's been a popular series, kind of going over the Marvel history.
Okay, and then this is the Eternals trade paperback Cosmic Origins for $18. This reprints the Eternals from 1976, 1 through 3, Avengers Spotlight 35, which I believe is first appearances of Black Knight, right? Avengers 1963, number 361, and material from What If 1977, 23 through 28. So basically, everything you need to know about the cosmic origins of the Eternals for just $18.
I think a lot of people need brushing up on their Eternals knowledge.
Yeah, with the movie coming, for sure.
They're definitely putting this out to prime you and get you ready for this.
And it's good they did it at a nice price point.
And it's got a Todd Knott cover.
So this is Batman White Knight Presents Harley Quinn number 3. So if you like the first 2, number 3 is available for order. There's Harley looking all old school and smartsy with her glasses.
And her kids are riding on her hyenas. I love that.
That is adorable. And here is the B cover by Scalera. This one's really cool. I mean, it looks like sort of old book style in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, what do you say about this? Crossover, one of the hottest books, literally, even on the cover. It's a hot book to come out in a long time. We actually now are at issue 2. Seems like we're talking about issue 1 for so long. Here is issue 2, so don't forget to sign up for it. A lot of people just picked it up because we had it as our pick of the week. Read it, loved it. Don't forget to add it to your list.
Yeah, this is one you're going to need to read a few of to really get. Like that first one, I liked it, but you could tell it's a big story. Like I had, they've been saying in the ads, it's the new Watchmen, and it's like, how dare you say that? I've had people come in, read the first one, and been like, it's really good, but I wouldn't say it's the new Watchmen. And my response is, I remember when I read the Watchmen the first time, one issue in, I didn't think it would be what it was. You got to roll with it a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, you barely even got any Rorschach going, that early. So
and that last page tease in issue 1, we got to find out more.
Yep.
I want it to lead to lawsuits.
Yes. They did not ask for permission for that.
Yep.
And of course, we have a sketch cover for it. But surprising, at least as far as it shows us, only those 2 covers for crossover.
So I'll tell you my idea for a good cover for this. Alan Moore is reading the book and his head's exploding.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Resident Alien. Your ride's here. Number 2. Number 1 just came out. You might have missed it on the shelf. It's about an alien who's trying to blend into our world playing a human doctor. So we may still have one on the shelf, but if that sounds cool to you, Jeff Lemire likes it.
And I like him.
Exactly.
Jeff, put your copy in with us right now.
That's coming out soon.
This is True Lies Fabulous Killjoys National Anthem number 3. So if you like number 1, number 2, here it is.
Next we have Mighty Morphin number 2. We just got Mighty Morphin, and then this week we got Power Rangers. Now we're back to Mighty Morphin.
And then, is this really what I think it is? Doctor Who?
Nope. This
That's
is
what I thought.
Origins.
I missed one. This is Origins, number 2. This is the cover A. This is the main cover. Number 1 just came out. Same deal as what they've been saying. This is number 2.
Yeah, Origins is one. I need to read the number 2. I like the number 1, but it was like, this isn't enough. I need a little more.
Yeah.
Very cool world. If you liked, if you're enjoying We Live, I would check this one out. This is Doctor Who Comics number 2 with a cover by what is her name? Oh, I just can't think of who.
I'm
thinking,
fruit.
yeah,
It's a
fruit,
fruit.
pineapple. So the Peach Momoko Doctor Who comic number 2. It's been a while since they restarted Doctor Who comics, so I think for a while they had so many, people were getting a little exhausted. But this has been a good jump on point. We've had some new people getting the number 1, so let us know if you want that number 2.
Giga. We have Giga number 2. 2 weeks ago we got Giga number 1. Giant robots, weird post-apocalyptic people that worship these giant not moving robots. There's a word for not moving. But really good. A lot of people tried it out. So again, if you liked it, subscribe.
And then we have Vayne, number 3 is coming out. If you picked up number 1 and 2, here it is, number 3.
Is she drinking from like a blood bag or
Yep.
something?
Yep.
It's like a Capri Sun. You just
Delicious. All right, guys. Well, that is our show. It's a small week. It's a small week in the lead up to Christmas. So if you want anything that you saw here, shoot us a comment, send us a message, and most importantly, thank you for watching our show, and thank you for letting us be your comic shop. We love giving you the things that you love.
Yep.
thanks, Spider-Man.
That's right. And there's Batman over here. He's been hiding the whole time, slinking around.
I just realized we're all wearing maroon.
Oh yeah.
Like, in some shape, form,
There's
or
2
fashion.
more. Would be Maroon 5.
Oh!
Yeah, our regulars might have noticed we have a new background, so thanks to
This is our
Andy
new studio. We're in a new studio.
for building us a new studio.
Clearly, we're high up in a building that also looks like Gotham.
All right, well, thanks again for everyone. Whether you watch us on Facebook or YouTube, we try to get this out there any which way. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're on Facebook, give us a like. Have a great rest of your day, and we look forward to talking with you again next week about the newest comics coming out.
See you then.
Goodbye.